Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, high-end home sales. Million-dollar-plus homes are changing hands at a faster pace than they were a year ago. Sales of high-end homes and condominiums climbed in the first 8 months of the year, according to Baird & Warner. That's thanks to sellers cutting prices and some new developments closing. But there is still about a year-and-a-half backlog of single-family homes on the luxury market, and until the job market improves, it may be tough to work through it. I sat down with Jim Kinney, Vice President of Luxury Home Sales at Baird & Warner, and began by asking him to characterize the pickup in sales.
This year, we've seen numbers up on the single-family range, up about 25% year to date, which is good news. And yet, one of the things I have to caution people is that we're comparing to the worst market really ever last year in the 2009 market. At really low interest rates historically, to only see a 25% increase, it's not really something to stand up and cheer about. The story's still out on whether we'll be able to close the year very positively or not.
Well, you mentioned the record low interest rates, which of course only matter if you can actually get the loan. Have lenders loosened up a little bit at the high end, or are people in million-dollar-plus homes still having trouble getting the financing that they need to buy?
In the past, we've seen a lot of those homes were financed with no doc loans. We have a lot of people who are self-employed or entrepreneurs who don't have a pay stub to qualify. And that market is still very, very tight. My advice to a lot of people, if you have a strong banking relationship, go to your neighborhood bank instead of the larger institutions. You have a better opportunity of getting something in that locale.
So one of the problems at the high end, of course, is that sellers are unrealistic and have been reluctant to cut prices unless, of course, they absolutely need to sell. Are we starting to see that mindset change a little bit?
Most definitely. One of the things in the past, people worried about market time, and they felt like their property could get overexposed if it was on the market a long time. And many real estate professionals encourage the sellers to really price to market if you want to move the house so it doesn't get stale. But in the last several years, with the temperature of the market time on all properties tends to be long, so it's not as much a stigma, but it's sort of clicking in with sellers now that if they want to get in front of the line, they really need to be competitive on their price and cut almost a little under market to stimulate some multiple bids on the property.
What about inventory? Is it a problem right now that many people, just frankly aren't making moves? We're not seeing that kind of churn that we have in the past, in the last couple of years in the real estate market.
Right. If you get into pockets of the city and the suburbs, you see some areas that have 5, 6, 7 years of inventory in the million-plus marketplace. So that's really quite the story. And until we see a pickup, those inventory numbers are going to keep a downward pressure on prices.
Okay, Jim. Well, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out chicagorealestatedaily.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.